Hi everyone. This video is about how there's people that are struggling, trying to make ends meet, to be able to put food on the table for their families and their children. Right? Now, of course, with this all struggling and, as I said, trying to put food on the table for the family, which just has to do with the prices going up and up and up. The thing that they're not thinking, these supermarkets aren't thinking about, and it's the same with the government. They're not thinking about how tough it is for families. Kids. Now, of course, it's also people that, even though they don't have kids, they're struggling as well. Right? And we're all in the same boat. You know, we're trying to go to the supermarket, trying to get what food to be able to cook meals. And you think, what am I going to cook? You know, you look at the prices and they're too much. And the thing is, of course, go to other supermarkets, right? That's fair enough, you know. It's probably a lot better and a bit cheaper. But we all still struggle, right? But the one thing, as I said, the one thing that these big CEO people and the government are not thinking of is when you're trying to put food on the table for your kids. They don't care. And that's wrong. Because the thing is, if they don't start not caring, and so they couldn't give us stuff, when those kids are older, are they going to want to vote for a government that's going to help this country? No. They'll turn around and decide not to. Because what is the point? What's the point of voting? There's no point at all. Because you vote these ones in because they tell a whole load of lies, making everyone think they're going to help, but they don't. They're only in it for the big bucks. Because as we've seen, the Prime Minister, he's asked taxpayers for $450 million for 2 jets. And now last week, the Prime Minister bought a house for $4.3 million. Not for him and his girlfriend. But there's a housing crisis. But he ain't going to care less about that. He don't worry about that. Which is also people as struggling with that. I think it's time that he starts thinking about how everyone is struggling with the cost of living, trying to make ends meet, trying to put food on the table. One, the kids trying to put food on the table for the kids. And then there's couples that are trying to make ends meet as well. And they all, we're all struggling. So you see, what is the point? What's the point of voting? This is what I mean. What is the bloody point of voting for a government if they're not going to do anything? They're getting the Prime Minister and some Governor General, they got big pay rises. $400 and something thousand pay rise for doing nothing. So do you really think that the kids of today, when they're older, do you really think they want to vote for a government that's not going to help? Of course not. They're not going to put their names down on the electoral roll. They'll say, what's the point? And this is why I think we all should just get our names taken off the electoral roll. Because, as I said, what is the point of voting for a government that's not going to help? Seriously. I've heard there's one skipping meals just to manage. Now, of course, it's not good to skip a meal. It's not good at all, But there's people that have no choice. And that's not fair on them. It's not fair on them at all. But government, no, couldn't care. Couldn't care less. Bloody the CEOs, they couldn't care less because they just sit back and do nothing. They don't work hard. All they do is show up for photo shoots, walk around. This is like the CEO woman, a couple of words, walking around, having a look at her store. Oh yes, my store is good, and making out that cares. And say, yes, ma'am. Now, as I said in one of the videos before, she walks around as though she's some captain in an army. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. Anything you say. But they don't care. They keep putting the price up and up and up. Don't give a stuff about everybody else suffering. The rest of us suffering. People skipping meals. Ones trying to make ends meet, trying to put food on the table for their family. Kids. Now, I'd like to know what the CEO woman's family think of her. Now, they might say they don't like her, they don't have anything to do with her because she doesn't care or she's rolling in the big bucks. But the thing is, what if her family don't want to have anything to do with her? Right? I guess we know. We don't know. But the point is, She should be thinking about her family, her parents. Oh, they managing? Probably couldn't give a tinker's toss about her parents. And if that's the case, that's very rude. Very rude indeed. So it's just, you know, all the foods in the supermarket, it's ridiculous, really. Now, of course, you could go shop somewhere else. And I think that a lot of people do, because the most cheapest supermarket is Aldi. You go to Aldi. Now, I'll give you an example. Packet of Twisties. Now, I'm not saying a lot of, probably not a lot of people would probably buy a packet of Party Twisties, right? And other people do. In Aldi, they're selling them for about $3 something. In Woolworths, bump the price up. Now, the thing with the meat, which I think that other people go to Aldi to have a look at the prices for the meat. Either the mince or chops or a steak or lamb cutlets. And go to Aldi. And this is where I think it's time to go to Aldi and go in there and get it. Because Aldi seem to sort of care. Because as I said with the Twisties chips, the party pack, right? Which is just a normal size, $3 something, which has been that price for months. The price of it in Woolworths, up and up and up. And this is why I think it's time that we all just go and do our shopping at Aldi. But just a little problem with going to Aldi to do shopping is sometimes it's very hard to get certain items in Aldi when Woolworths has them. Right? But they sort of, Aldi sort of does have things that Woolworths has, but a slightly different name. Still the same type of stuff, whether the sauce or that, but the name's been changed. I think it's due to, copyright or something. But I think when it comes to meat, Aldi. We go to Aldi. Because it's a lot better going there to get meat. Don't go to Woolworths, especially the Woolworths. Now, this is what I've had enough of this, and I'm surprised no one else noticed this smell. A very bad smell in Woolworths at Hurstville, Westfield. It absolutely pongs. when you walk in there, which I think we're going to Aldi more, but the thing is, when you walk in there, there's a smell, and it stinks, right? You can smell it. You get near the aisles, and it smells like piss mixed up with dog food. But everyone else, so they can't smell it, they've got no noses. But it pongs, which is ridiculous, because a supermarket's not supposed to stink, right? Sure, every now and then they might have specials. Specials. What they call specials. But I think that they should shut down all the Woolworths and put a Costco. Now, I'm not sure I think with Costco, you can get things in bulk, right? And that's fair enough, depending on the price. But I think everyone, just go to Aldi to get your meat. Don't go to Woolworths, because they rip you off. They totally rip you off with the prices. Don't go to Woolworths. Go to Aldi. Because from next week onwards, that's where I'll be going to do shopping. Aldi. Because the thing is, I'm not getting the meat from bloody Woolworths anymore. They're rip-off pricks. Total rip-off ones. They rip people off. So don't go there if you're going to get meat or anything else. Go to Aldi. Because Woolworths, is ridiculous. And the other thing that's ridiculous is when they have the things blocked off and think, they're going to put new fridges there. And then after about 1 or 2 weeks, you notice, they put new fridges in, and you have a closer look at them, and they all look like cheap rubbish. They fork out, supposed to make it, they pay lots of money for fridges that look like second hand. As though they've given a new coat of paint. But anyway, I thought I'd do this video about how people are struggling and trying to make ends meet. Even ones that are trying to end up doing 2 jobs. Just put food on the table. It's they should be able to do one job to still be able to manage to put food on the table, but people have no choice. They've got to get a second job. to bring more money in, to be able to put enough food on the table for their families. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so take care. Bye now.